Happy New Year and welcome back to Bleacher Talk. It's a special edition of Bleacher Talk because we're doing all fun awards. We're not doing your MVP and, best coach, all of that. We're sticking to the fun stuff on and off the field. Spurge and I always love going out to games and kind of getting to know players a little bit more and scouting out people like the best dancer and stuff like that, giving you some hints what we're going to do here. So I say, Spurge, real quick before we start getting into the awards, what was your favorite moment? I'm putting you on the spot here. Favorite moment or two memory from the 2021 high school football season?
Oh gosh, favorite moment. Well, some of them are definitely in this show, so I won't name any of them so far. I do have to say, seeing Saguaro win the Open Division Championship, all the emotion behind it after not being able to play last year was something that was really special to see. And Coach Mons hugging his family after and seeing players going up to their moms and their dads after was really, really cool, especially after an extremely tiring weekend. During the season, there was a couple cool moments. I think seeing Horizon beat Pinnacle was something that was really cool for a school that has been trying to be on the up and coming for a while, and they finally beat their rival, and then that propelled them all the way to a 5A championship. So for me, those two are probably some of them. And honestly, right now, because I've been making fun of myself for not having that underscore all year, look who finally did it right before.
Yes, on. Just in time for the last show.
Better late than never, right? What about you?
Exactly. So you definitely named a few that I probably would, but I think like the thing that sticks out most is probably the Chandler Hamilton game, just because there was so much hype going into it. And then obviously Hamilton finally taking them down and just kind of, all of the celebrity talent on the sidelines was something I'd never expected to see at a high school football game. But then I also got to say, it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get to see Casa Grande in the state championships, but I did go to Casa Grande for the semifinals. And that was a really cool experience, kind of like going into the town and seeing how they all rallied behind the team. Lots of food trucks at the game. The lines were a little too long for me to eat anything, which was kind of sad. So maybe that's also like one of the sadder moments of the season. But those are probably the two that really stick out to me, just because it was like, it gave me like the real feel of like Friday Night Lights, that type of feeling. Yeah. So to kick off the first award, I'm going to say there was some competition here in my eyes. So Spurge, first award is the best student section. Now, I don't know if you remember, but the first week you and I were like battling it out over Twitter, like I'm over here and this is what this school is doing. I was at McClintock High School, and that was the first one that came to mind for this award for me, was just because it was the first game of the season and they had the powder paint. But they're not our winner. Who's our winner, Spurge?
It is Horizon. I was there in week one. I was there in their playoff game against Desert Mountain when they showed up. I remember like 15 minutes before kickoff, I go up to them and I go, what the heck? Your student section's empty. I had high hopes after week one. And they go, just give us a few more minutes. Everyone showed out in full Christmas gear for the semifinal game to get them to a championship. And then at the championship game, they were just going bananas the entire time. I came down right at halftime. I was still up top doing some writing from the Casa Grande Post and Butte game before that. And they were just blowing it away. They had so much fun this year. They were fun to be around. Every time I saw them, they just took the cake as the top student section this year. In my opinion, it wasn't much of a competition.
Yeah, I will give you that. It's just when I looked back on the season, that was the opening game for me. So I was like, no, this is better. But I think you're right. They showed up every single week with themes and, they were almost in unison and in uniform, which is really cool. Horizon High School, you do win the best student section, but will you win it in 2022? We'll have to see. All right, Spurge, what's the next award?
Yeah, the next award. Did this a couple times, once at a luncheon, once after a game. Best singer award. I think there's only been one singer on this show, so
there's only one singer,
but he did kill it. So Claudia, who is it?
It's got to be Nico Marchio. I mean, singing Country Roads, not to mention when he sang it after the Chandler Hamilton game, it went viral.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
I mean, West Virginia fans were picking it up left and right. I was just in West Virginia over Christmas visiting my in-laws, and they were all talking about it. And let me tell you, I was hearing like whispers at tables nearby, out to eat, talking about him. I mean, West Virginia is ready. And they referred to that video because they're like, that man gave in to us. He's ready to come to West Virginia. And he gave it his all. I mean, it was a good time watching him sing that. So he is definitely our best singer. And I think that, when we talk singing, we got to talk dancing.
Yeah.
Spurge, you were on the lookout like all season, I feel like, for the best dancer. So who are you going to pick after all this time of making people like do dance battles?
Yeah, it honestly came down to a tie between two teammates. I had them battle it out with me after a game over at Basha. It's Cole Martin and Day Buchanan. I mean, those two guys always have the moves. Really, that whole team. I mean, Damon Williams always dances. Jeremiah Vessel always dances. Miles Lockhart, Bryson Dedman, all those guys back next year, by the way. So I'm really excited to see. Obviously, their football games improved, but I think their dance moves are going to improve.
Are they going to have their own halftime show now?
I think that's the next step for them. I think they need their own halftime show, and I think they need us there to like hype them up for that.
For sure.
And maybe. But yeah, they're definitely the best dancers. Cole Martin just announced his commitment to Oregon on January 1st as well, so he'll be an Oregon Duck, so he can quack away up there in Eugene in a couple years. And Day Buchanan, he'll be back down there with Cole, and we'll see if they can really win the dance battle, because I'm gonna play the video right now for you guys, and I don't know who won. I don't think they know either.
Hey, tell us who won. You can respond on Twitter, whatever it is, we want to know, because I feel like pick two, but like if you want to pick one, go ahead.
So every time I've come to one of your games, there's a lot of really good dancers on the team. Out of you two, though, which one's the better dancer? I have to know.
That's me. That's me.
Whoa.
I do look like
it depends what dance. Yeah.
Cause I'm a West Coast Cali boy, he a Missouri boy, so St. Louis, so it's different. We got
different styles, I guess.
Styles of
all right, you each got like 10 seconds. I want to see one move each before we wrap this up. Let's just spot on.
Let me see a little song.
You going first?
Oh no, I'm not going first.
Hey, scoot in a little bit. Yeah, let's keep going.
I don't know what I got. Come here, cause look, I'm gonna hit you with a. I'm gonna go. Come on,
with this music.
Come on. Yeah, with this music. Yep. Let's go. Get down. Some simple stuff.
He kind of taught me the West Coast dances, so I'm kind of smooth with it now. Yeah. I'm not really a dancer. I don't do too much, but like I can do what I got to do.
So that was honestly one of my favorite on-field interviews, and it was a lot of fun to have them dance battle. It was kind of a thing where I was sitting there pregame, I was like, gosh, these guys dance. I got to ask them something about it. But we had a lot of fun interviews on Bleacher Talk this year as well. But one really stood out as the most fun interview in 2021. Claudia, who was it?
It was actually two people heading up north to Flagstaff High School, Bodie Meyer and John Buckley. We interviewed them, and it was kind of, funny setting up the interview. We got the QB coach, we got the QB right after practice, and we were organizing a time, and I was kind of just like, hey, FaceTime us like right after practice. Why not? And they gave us like a virtual tour of the field, just, holding their phone up, going like this. And they were just, you could tell they were almost like a dynamic duo. Like they really are like friends. And, we didn't get to go up to Flagstaff, which I will go next season. Hold me to it. I will go up for a game, but it kind of was a cool, like inside look without driving, the 3 hours to get up there. So definitely a memorable interview. And it was one of our first ones. So it really just kicked off everything that we did on Bleacher Talk. Before we wrap up here, you guys are on the field right after practice. Can we just get like a look, maybe a tour by hand?
Sure. Yeah, we can.
Just the field. Got some coaches over here.
See the mountains. Yeah, we got. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the mountains very good, but
yes, we can. Looks awesome.
Yeah. So.
This is
we're fortunate.
We might be here in Phoenix, but we can take everybody up to Flagstaff with one Zoom call. This is what we really love to see. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. We've got a few more awards coming up too after this quick break, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Bleacher Talk Award Show.
Welcome back to the Bleacher Talk Award Show. We're going to keep on rolling here. We've done the best singer, best dancer. So naturally, next we have best pancake. What?
Best pancakes. By the way, this wasn't planned before we hopped on the air. Claudia got up and I figured she was going to go check on her dog or something. So I'm going to grab some maple syrup. And she came back with pancake mix. So
yeah, we were totally on the same page. I was going to surprise him with the pancake mix and he was going to surprise me with maple syrup. So pumpkin pancake mix.
Pretty good. And as you can tell, I like pancakes. There's not much syrup in here. Somebody else who really likes pancakes. One of our
I was wondering where this is going. Best pancake. What does that mean?
Somewhere. Best pancakes was one of our first social spotlights. Raul Aguilar over at Saguaro High School. He posted a photo before the season saying pancake season was ready or something along those lines. Him eating pancakes, this giant man eating pancakes, and he pancake players all year long, so he deserves the best pancakes. I went ahead and put a little video, the game against South Point Catholic they played this year. I decided to focus on him for a few drives, and he didn't disappoint, so you guys should just check that out. Well, pancaking somebody is something to celebrate, but it's not our best celebration award this year. Claudia, what's our best celebration award this year?
I like what you did there. Good little transition. Our best celebration should be fairly obvious if you follow Sports 360 AZ on Twitter or Spurge or Jordan Ham, because we kind of, compiled the best celebrations. Every year Jordan Ham, puts them together as GIFs, whatever you want to call it. GIFs.
GIFs is wrong in my opinion.
Okay, I agree, but like some people are gonna come at us. But we're gonna have to go with the obvious winner here, Kyler Casper. His blew up. I mean, I think Jordan Ham said that it was the most votes that they've ever received on this GIF competition. So he definitely takes the pancake cake.
Oh, I see what you did.
Takes the pancake for the best celebration.
That was awesome. The whole state of Iowa was extremely excited for Kyler Casper to be there as well, Claudia.
And I think that brings us to our final award, heading into the next set of awards, not final one. We've still got a few more coming up, but it's our best social spotlight. And Spurge, I think you were there for this, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I was there for this. I don't want to take credit for this social spotlight because it was so incredible. I was actually there for a story on Yuma Catholic's quarterback, Richard Stallworth, but the game was at ALA Gilbert North and they had WWE wrestling at halftime. So they have to take the best social spotlight. I showed up to the game and I saw them setting up a wrestling ring and I was like, what the heck is going on here? They're like, oh, wait till halftime. And I was like, I guess this is how ALA Gilbert North gets down. And at halftime, they brought out two professional wrestlers and they went at it in front of the entire student section for 15 minutes, yelling at each other, the mic cutting out, getting the crowd hyped, stealing each other's jackets. It was something to watch, but it was a lot of fun.
That's definitely not something you see at every high school football game. So I think that's definitely an obvious best social spotlight, but stick with us because coming up after the break, we've got our final 3 awards of this Bleacher Talk Award Show, and we're going to have a special guest on. You may be familiar with him. Stick around.
Welcome back to the Bleacher Talk Award Show. We've got the full gang back together. Bruce Cooper here with us. We had a great time this year with you on this show, and we've got an award for you too. So Claudia, if you want to start us out.
Yeah, well, we'll start out with a happy new year to the crew here. So excited to go to 2022 working with you guys. We're kicking off this last part of the award show with the best episode of Coop's Chronicles. And Spurge and I were just on the same page about this.
Gosh. Okay.
Completely. I actually did a top 5 favorite stories, and you made the list with this one. And
oh wow.
Spurge was kind of upset with me because he wanted to pick it, I think, for his favorite Coop's Chronicles. But I was like, hey, we've got a whole award show. We'll put it in there. It was the one on The Rock. We love The Rock stunt double. So just tell us about making that story and how you found it and everything.
Wow, how about that? Okay, well, Philip knew. He actually played at Highland High School with my son there. And so they invited him back for this night. And I had no idea he was going to show. I hadn't seen him probably since he graduated from school and went off to BYU and stuff. I hadn't seen him in probably like maybe 10 years or so, pretty close to that. And all of a sudden, him and his wife walk in, and I'm like, no way is that Philip New. And I said, oh my gosh, he looks like The Rock. So I just jokingly said to his wife, I said, my goodness, man, you look like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. And his wife says, we get that all the time. I said, really? And yeah, she went on to tell me what he was doing. I said, oh, we are doing this story. We have got to do the story. But that's how it all happened. I mean, he was just actually coming to speak to the football team. And I'll be darned if he didn't look like The Rock. And little did I know that he's been asked to be a stunt double for Dwayne Johnson in their to be released movie. I'm like, wow, this is incredible.
What a common misconception about how journalists get stories. Like it's literally just talking and saying what we're thinking sometimes, that you ended up with such a cool story like that. But that was definitely a favorite for me.
Well, gee, I'm honored. I can't believe I made your award show in that regard. My goodness.
Our award show.
Our award show. You're just part of this team. I got to ask you though, Coop, because we're asking, we're giving out awards for best singer and dancer. We've done all that so far throughout this show. But is there a moment this year that you really enjoyed, or one of your stories from Coop's Chronicles you really, really stood out for you this year?
Well, you know what? What really stood out to me this year, and I don't know why it does, but it just seemed like, and I could be exaggerating the moment a little bit, but it just seemed like the whole town of Castle Grind was at Sun Devil Stadium. I mean, you talk about a town, you talk about a community that really appreciated a title. This was more than just a title for the school or the student body and the players and coaches. That town that they reveled in the moment. It was really truly a goosebump moment if you were there and saw it. I mean, my gosh, they couldn't get enough of that team. It was almost like, I was watching Ben Roethlisberger try to run off the field. It was like they didn't want him to leave the field. The moment was so big. It was kind of like that with Castle Grind. They did not want that team to leave. They wanted to just revel in the moment. It was really special.
That's why you're one of the best to ever do it, Coop. It's been so fun having you on the show. So we've got quick picks. It was so fun this year with you with us, but I have to give something to Claudia. I have to give her an award for being the best trash talker who couldn't quite back it up this year.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't really look too good on my part that I was talking a lot of smack and ended up in last place. We'll call it third place, between three of us. I'm going to blame getting married and going on my honeymoon. I was just like in a good mood, and like the trash talking kind of went away. Had nothing to do with the fact that I was losing, of course.
Well, if truth be told, Claudia was kicking Jordan and my behind. She was running off, but then she's absolutely true, absolutely right. When she left for her honeymoon and her wedding, that's when she got sidetracked. That's when Jordan and I started to ascend, and she started to go down. So hey, look, you can't be mad at her for getting married, but I think she got sidetracked a little bit there.
I'm coming for you guys in 2022 because I'm not getting married again. I'm not going on a honeymoon. I'm all in.
Lead though, make sure you don't, put your championship name in Sharpie because it might not work. Yeah.
Now
you're going for the best draft.
Here's a chance for Jordan to stand up and take a bow. Jordan is the king of the hill this year.
Yes, and that was our very last award, Bruce. The Quick Picks winner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Push-ups in front of a stadium, but it'll work for the bows there.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Jordan Spurgeon. You did a fantastic job. I think it went down to the very last championship day, didn't it? And I think did you go undefeated?
Yeah, it actually came down to a Poston Butte in Casa Grande. That was the difference maker for us. It was thrilling. It was thrilling. I was very excited. I almost texted you. I was like, "Oh, wait till the show happens." Almost Peter.
Well, Bruce, I've got to say, just, on behalf of Spurge and I, including you and Bleacher Talk, has been honestly the best part of it all. You are always such a joy to have on. So much fun. You got the bright whites right there smiling all the time. It's so great having, you're a legend, man. So having you as a part of this, like, we're like the little people here.
No. Look, I enjoyed it. You guys are an absolute joy. I mean, you have a must see podcast. I mean, you guys do a fantastic job. Look, how could you not want to be a part of an A+ elite podcast? You got to include yourself in it.
That's the sales pitch now. A+ podcast.
Elite. Awesome. Well, hey, that does it for all of our awards. I hope you guys all liked them. We had such a fun time kind of putting this together and reminiscing on the 2021 season. We can't wait to see what the 2022 high school football season brings us here in Arizona. But, it's 2022 now. We got to move on to the next season and to the next things. But Bleacher Talk, it's got to be a highlight of 2021.
So much fun. In fact, sometimes we had too much fun. So one more time, I'm going to play the bloopers for you guys as we send this off. So thanks for tuning in to Bleacher Talk. Coop, thanks for being with us. Claudia, it's been a blast. We'll see you guys out at basketball games, spring football, baseball, softball, all that coming soon too. So for now, enjoy some of these bloopers and outtakes. Coming down in 3. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. Last time I'll touch it.
Point, I had kind of high standards. I think they both know that. I feel like I need to start over because I said both.
Sweet. All right. Hold on. I felt like something.
How long are you gonna make me just sit here smiling?
I felt something go down the wrong pipe, and I was like, I'm gonna talk and start coughing.
I was like, I need to do something weird with my face right now, but I'm kind of stuck. Okay.
Our first one adds some continuity to the show for those. They can't talk.
It's okay.
Morty joke. That's okay. Okay. We're fine. We're good. Thanks.
Just get it all out. It's okay. Yesterday, Zach and I had to start over like 4 times.
Yeah. It was one of those where like sometimes my mouth feels like tight randomly. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it just doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins with Jordan Spurgeon, and it's one of our, I always say it's one of our favorite segments. It's my favorite, but I don't want to. Anyways, we're going to do that again. Welcome back to the Bleacher Talk Awards Show. We're going to jump right into it. We've done, all words.